Now, to all the fans out there that really like the David Ayer Suicide Squad, I respect your opinion. This movie's really entertaining in some parts. I'll give it credit. I mean, Will Smith and Margot Robbie are like great and all. But like, if you go and watch this new one and say the old one is better, then I'm sorry, we can't be friends. The Suicide Squad stars Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, and John Cena, and is about supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker with a collection of nutty cons at Bel Rev Prison join the super secret Super Shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at a remote enemy-infused island of Cartel. Now, walking into this movie, I was pretty excited, and the last time I was pretty excited for a movie was like, you know, before the huge sickness happened. So with this movie, I was really looking forward to just James Gunn, R-rated, John Cena with these characters. Like, all that combo just made me really happy to see because the trailers looked really fun, exciting, and walking into this movie, I was stoked. And I walked out saying, it was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. Now, beginning with the positives, James Gunn himself. Now listen, he has a certain style to his ability. If you've ever seen the famous movie Slither, one of the most underrated horror movies, it's one of his, I think it's his first movie actually. It's really good if you haven't seen it. He wrote the original Scooby-Doo, damn it. I've been a fan of James Gunn for a long time before Guardians 1 and 2. So with this movie, R-rated superheroes, I just knew James Gunn was gonna make pure magic, and my God, did he. I mean, this movie from beginning to end is so much fun. With the summer season that's kind of getting close to the end, this movie was perfect because it had that dark, disgusting, bloody humor that I love. So, and this movie is filled with that. The performances by everyone is just fantastic, and that begins with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She's great. I actually think this is her best performance as Harley Quinn. There's a scene in this movie alone that tells me Margot Robbie will never be replaced as Harley Quinn. There's a scene that is literally dedicated to her, and she will always be remembered for this scene alone. She is fantastic. A person that really stole the show, who was always good in the movies, is Idris Elba. He plays Bloodsport, which a lot of people was like, is he Will Smith basically? No, he's even more cool than Will Smith. He is a badass in this movie. He has a great character development with his daughter early on in the movie that actually gives him some type of heart, and he grows a great relationship with a character named Ratcatcher 2, who has the most heartfelt little rat, and the whole movie I wanted to give it a hug and high five, and Idris Elba just doesn't, and he's a dickhead. But this is why it's a Suicide Squad. It's a bunch of people that are bad people, like Polka Dot Man, who's just crazy. You have King Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone. These characters alone make this movie just watchable. And of course, we got John Cena as Peacemaker. He honestly, like, after watching this movie, I really am excited for this Peacemaker show. His character is so intriguing, and he's a badass, he's hilarious, and my God, I mean, when he wants to do something and get the job done, he will get the job done. And like I said, no spoilers in this review, but everyone else that you've seen on the posters, Michael Rooker, Pete Davidson, Nathan Fillion, all these characters, again, I'm not going to spoil them, but when they're in this movie, they're very good. They support the role great. Weasel, he's very, very good supporting role. I liked all these characters, and I love what they did with these characters, and I truly, everything James Gunn decision making with these characters, how they was presented with the action scenes, everyone gets their moment to shine, especially our main Suicide Squad characters. They literally, every moment of pure character development is very good character development. Now, towards the middle half of the movie, they really drone in on these characters. They get drunk at a bar in one scene, and it's very much like a touching scene. It kind of dragged a little bit for a 2-hour and 12-minute movie. The first act and the third act are so exciting, so exhilarating and exciting, funny, hilarious, disgustingly bloody. The middle half is kind of slow, but you needed that stuff so you can develop these characters. So it was good development, but overall it kind of like just slowed down the pace of the movie. Overall though, this movie was a ton of fun. The movie is so gory. There's F-bombs galore. It's hilarious. I had a ton of fun with this movie. And again, I don't want to get into spoilers, but the main antagonist that you see at the very end of this movie, it's ridiculously hilarious to look at, and I really enjoyed it because James Gunn brought some type of his horror style back into this old ending. It really felt like Slither. If you've ever seen Slither, That you can make that comparison. If you've seen Suicide Squad and Slither, there's a great comparison. But overall, James Gunn, you knocked it out of the park. This entire cast made this movie even better. I cared about these characters. This movie's gritty, hilarious, heartwarming, hilarious, super bloody, and my God, the soundtrack is just as good as Guardians. Even possibly better because it's such an R-rated movie. This is James Gunn's masterpiece in filmmaking. Again, I have a few issues with just some of the pacing towards the middle half. I have a few little issues with certain context they try to give you, because I'm not going to spoil the movie, but there's a certain way they tell you scenes of how they start and how they end. There's things they do to say, hey, this scene's now beginning. And I was like, okay, I get what you're doing. Kind of distracting. But overall, this is a must-see in theaters. And I'm going to give The Suicide Squad an A-. If the year ended right now, this is my favorite movie of the year, hands down. I cannot wait to go see this in theaters. Go see this in IMAX. It's on HBO Max if you don't feel safe going. I understand, but you gotta see this in the biggest theater possible with a crowd like I did last night. The crowd was loving it. I was loving it. I was having a great time. Guys, go and watch this one. James Gunn. Man, I'm glad you went to DC, but I'm kind of excited for Guardians 3. Anyway, guys, enjoy this review, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.